How you feeling, Karina? It's already going wrong.
Solid start.
Solid start. How we feeling? You've got a nice rosé. I just finished a nice cider.
Okay, you fucked it already. You meant to go. Okay, stop.
That was funny.
No, because you haven't got a fucking drink in front of you. That was the whole point.
Because I finished it.
Yeah, but
Oh, you hiding your wine?
no.
What's the big deal about me bringing up that you having wine?
No, because you're meant to have a drink, so it's chilled. Vibes.
I am chilled vibes.
Fucking hell.
I've got my teeth in. I've got Invisalign. Do you not look? This is my problem with having friends. Sometimes they don't remember that you've actually got things that I can't just have. Some of us don't have lives like you that you could just have a nice red wine like that.
Some of us don't have $12,000 to spend on our teeth.
So I've got Invisalign, which means I can't have coloured drinks.
Well, you can.
No, I can't with the Invisalign in. I could take the Invisalign out and then have the drink. But I don't want to do that because my orthodontist will be very angry at me if I keep doing that.
Okay.
So that's why I don't have a drink. That's why I've got SodaStream right now. I've got a nice lemonade SodaStream. Welcome to the podcast.
Wow.
This is episode 1. That was a grand opening. We absolutely love that. That's great. Very natural.
You've seen it.
Jeez Louise. We've tried a couple of times now. I'm sorry. I'm so relaxed. So we've tried a couple of times. We've been organising this for a couple of weeks now, maybe a month, and we've been organising, what we want to do, what we want to talk about, why we're doing it, all this stuff, and then we actually hit record this morning, and we fell to bits. We had no idea what to do. It's a struggle.
Hang on, back up. We didn't fall to
Let's
bits.
hear it. We didn't fall to bits. No, I was way too critical. I was like, the people aren't going to want to hear this, but who gives a shit what people want to hear?
Correct.
Let's just do what we want to talk about. I'm
Love
saying
that.
it like that's my attitude, but before I was like, people are going to be angry about hearing this.
Let's get a list and write a structure. Let's do it.
Oh, sorry. I'm very anal. I'm very specific with how I want to do things. But what I realized today, look, learning curve. What I learned today, I learned that with a podcast, we can't be structured.
No.
Can't have any structure because then we're doing like
We want to be authentic.
Authentic. What a word. It's
wanky
like
word,
such
but it's true.
It's true. I mean, because we're not structured people. When you go and have a conversation with someone, you're not thinking, okay, we're going to talk about this, then that, and that. I literally, there's a pad and pen underneath the cameras right now that says who, what, why, intro. Shut up.
You're an idiot.
What am I doing?
Yeah, thank you.
Relax a little. Turns out all I needed was a cider that has 2 drinks in it. What do they got? 2 standard drinks and a cider. Jeez Louise, and we're ready. We're off with the horses.
Fuck, now I'm never going to be able to get you to shut up.
Yeah, here we go.
Okay.
Here we go. Why are we doing this anyway? Why are we doing the podcast, Karina?
Because we only work for 6 months of the year, so we need to fill our time with something.
Let's not say that. we definitely work more than 6 months of the year.
Jokes.
Kind of.
No, we definitely don't. But
I do get beat up about. Think about. I don't know if you're about.
Can we just clarify? I've literally worked every single day this
You do.
year.
You actually.
I work a lot.
I don't understand that we have a same. Our businesses are a very similar premise. So Karina, for those who don't know, obviously a lot of people that be watching this they probably know of us. They already know us, and they're watching this, right? Or they're not. Or no one's watching it, and I don't blame you. Okay, but if you are watching it, you probably know us. We're not attracting new fans. Oh my God, fans! We're not attracting new people at the moment, but. Why don't I go English? We're not attracting new people at the moment. But Karina, this is great. Karina is a photographer, and she's been doing it a lot longer than I have because she's a lot older than me.
Fuck me.
How about we disclose numbers? No. So Karina's a photographer. Karina, what's your company?
K Photography by Karina.
K Photography by Karina. Absolute horrid URL. So you have to just type K Photography by Karina into Google to find her. It's horrendous. You need to fix that. We need to work that out.
Okay, what's yours, Mr. 22 Wedding Films? Now I'm 26.
22 Wedding Films, great name. People love it. No, I do get asked, people like, what does 22 Wedding Films mean? And I had 2 reasons for calling it 22 Wedding Films. I say that now. I only had one back in the day because I was really artistic because I was 22 years old.
22.
I was 22 when I started my company, and that's why it's called 22 Wedding Films. It was so hard. Think about creating a name for a wedding company. I mean, we
I
know
have
some,
thought about it
hold on.
because I've done it.
We know some people that have changed, like that have created some names, and it's. Listen, all right, moving forward. We don't want to talk bad about people. Oh, okay. So it's very, very difficult to
But
create
it has
a name without-
meanings. You give my business shit, but there's a reason I did it. Just like you've got a reason you did it.
Oh, but I'm joking. I like your business
Fuck
name.
off, you are.
Terrible URL. You need to get that sorted, but because the URL is complicated. It's like K dash.
People don't want to hear about URLs.
Yeah, all right,
Okay,
all right.
yeah.
Moving forward. No one wants to hear about URLs. Apparently, I love URLs. No, I'm kidding. Moving forward. Yeah, I was 22 when I created 22 wedding films. Yes, you're correct. I'm 26 now. But that was my thought. I only wanted to do like 22 weddings a year.
Oh,
Yeah, which is like 2 a month.
that's fascinating. I like that.
And now I just take every
You don't
booking I
care.
can get. You're going to try to book me? I'll take you. Am I available? Come at me. Let's do it. Let's go. Speaking of that, February, March 2024, can people start working me? Please, because I don't know why I've not got any dates in there. I don't know. It's one of those days. I've got some months next year that have got absolutely nothing. And we've got 6 weddings in October.
Yeah,
I've got 6 weddings.
That's the problem with this industry, though. It's all or nothing.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's no pattern to it anymore.
When we started talking about this podcast, right? We started talking about the podcast because we literally were getting no bookings. I was like, we need to find another income source. I'm joking. It's a complete. This is not going to make money. Let's be honest. What's this going to make? Nothing. This is going to get us fired from our jobs. Probably. We're going to have to fire ourselves. Someone's going to book us after listening to this garbage. Don't break the table. Let's start off on a good note. This has been well so far. Let's not break the table. We've got a new table in order. It's coming in tomorrow. What was I about to say? Yeah, well, like a couple of weeks ago when we were talking about doing this podcast, I was saying to you, I was like, are you getting any inquiries? Because I was getting no inquiries for literally like 2 months. It was like, I think it was from, what are we now? June, July.
Yeah, don't even know.
May, June. I had like, there's just nothing. I was like, is my website working?
And then we started talking to people and they're all in the same boat.
No, that's what happened. So then I started, have I got sweat patches? Oh, God. I feel like I'm sweating. So
this is the equivalent of giving a fucking kid a bag of red lollies.
Good. This is what we need to do before every podcast.
Giving you one drink.
Yikes. I feel more authentic though after having a drink. So what ended up happening, that's what happened. I wasn't getting any inquiries and I thought to myself, oh God, I need to advertise. I need to do something, right? I'm not going to go on easy weddings. But I thought, I better advertise. This we're getting cancelled. So then I thought, well, why not do some Facebook ads? I used to run Facebook ads back in the day. I think it was like 20 cents a click. So like how it works is if you run a business and you see promoted ads, what that is the company that owns the Facebook page are paying money to get you to see that and they're hoping that you click on it. So what we do in our industry is we essentially create ads targeting engaged couples, right? But instead of 20 cents a click, it's gone to like $1.20 a click, which is really expensive if you think about the turnover. I mean, you get like 5 people to click onto your website. It's like $6 or $5-6. And if no one, I mean, now I sound like
Stop talking about that.
Now I sound like a
shit.
tight ass. Oh, sorry. It's what I'm interested in.
Yeah, I know.
What do you want to talk about, Karina?
Not clicks.
The story was actually, there was more to that story if you let me finish it. And it was very expensive to do advertising. And I thought to myself, I need to find another way to advertise this. This is getting ridiculous. Like I don't want to go down that avenue for trying to get people to click on my website. So then I was on TikTok one day, and you've said this. You've come across a lot of there's some celebrants and venues in Adelaide that have a TikTok account. And they're getting tens of thousands of views on their TikToks. And I understand TikTok's worldwide. That's everyone's argument. They're like, oh, but TikTok's worldwide. Whatever. But like any attention is good attention when you're a business. Unless you're this podcast and you're about to put your business in the shitter. But so I thought to myself, well, why don't we... I thought, well, how are they getting these views? And really, it's just like basic content of like either the owner of the business or, content of the business. And... essentially they put it on TikTok, tag Adelaide, tag weddings, tag all these sorts of things, and it's getting shared, and everyone is like, oh my God, have you seen that on TikTok? You said that to me about, what'd you do recently? You're kind of famous, actually. Karina's a little bit famous. She's just a little bit humble right now. She's been working with Mix 102.3. Go on, tell us that story.
Down. No, yesterday I shot a wedding and there were alpacas, bagpipe players, the best man was wearing a dinosaur suit.
The footy players
were there. Look,
that's a big part of it.
For me, yeah.
I couldn't care less.
He couldn't care less, but,
Who was it? Who was the
Riley
players?
O'Brien. Do you know who that is?
Nope.
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 Who does he play for?
No, wait, Port or Crows, I know that. But I only know that because it's an Adelaide wedding.
Well, look, the feminine energy in this friendship definitely does not come from me.
God, any clip that we have is me either saying that I sound gay or that I'm a feminine.
Well, no. So I shot a wedding. For Mix 102.3. It was Married by Monday.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, just radio promo.
It looked wild.
It was pretty fucking mental. I'm not gonna lie. I got up at 3:30 in the morning. Can't say I've ever shot a wedding on a Monday morning, but it was a bit of fun. Did the full bride prep, groom prep. Crazy.
And the ceremony, they had live radio playing during the ceremony.
Yeah, so it was the whole breakfast show. So 6 till 9.
How were they
It's pretty fascinating. They had it set up for the radio. They had all the broadcasting and everything. And
right.
They were...
What was it, like a truck?
No, they had it all set up in the chapel.
Yeah, okay. I have no idea how that works.
But yeah, no, it was fun. It was random. But look, I can honestly tell you, I never thought I'd be, for someone like me to shoot a wedding with a Crows player walking the bride down the aisle, followed by alpacas.
Big deal for you.
Big deal for me.
Your kids would have loved it.
And
did
I
you show
didn't
the boys?
fangirl at all. No, they loved it. Yeah.
They would have.
Internally, I was
and you could be as a mum and be
excited.
like, I work with the footy players, boys. They would have been like, that's great.
No.
It looked wild. The
No, it was
photos were
fun.
great.
It was fun.
The photos look great. They were awesome.
Yeah, it was good. But back to that, the TikTok, like even the radio station, everyone, it's just everyone tags everyone. You got to get yourself out there, and it's about.
It's a new trend.
Yeah, look, and I think we're both in the same mindset that we're not doing this to, my mindset's maybe different to yours, but like I think it's about getting people to know us better.
Right.
Because,
right.
You see the business, you see a face, you see that on socials and you hear about people, but it's about people sort of connecting with you or getting to know you as a person. And look, this could go real bad for us.
We just gotta be thoughtful on how we do it.
Yeah,
the reason why we bring that up,
we've got to be authentic because we need to.
Problem is, am I trying to overtalk it? Is this bad?
I literally can't get a word in.
Okay, I'll let you go. I was gonna say no.
Just go.
Because when we're authentic, like let's say so Karina and I, if you look at our call log, we FaceTime each other every single day. Mm-hmm. The call log is just Karina's name, Karina Cook. My whole list is just Karina Cook. It's either me calling her calling me. We talk daily. We work a lot together. We help each other out, which is great. We work in the same industry, obviously. But when we're authentic, we talk about things that I'm not. See, we'll talk about this before. I'm not sure. Like some things we talk about, I'm like, I'm not sure we should say that on the podcast.
Oh yeah.
But I guess as time goes on, time will tell. I mean, as for the first podcast, this is great because they can just kind of get to know a little bit about us and things like that. And as
how
time
far
goes
is
on,
too far? That's the thing,
right?
But my view on that and what we were talking about is that I've got nothing to hide. It's about just trying to be honest and be
right.
There's some things people probably don't want to hear, but like I'm also not gonna try and fabricate something or make it sound sugarcoat anything.
Right.
Like
gotcha.
This is me. This is what's happened.
I feel like I do that a lot. You can't really do that in a live setting. No, because you want to be professional, right? So my idea was, I don't want to be on this podcast. This podcast is fun for me. I want to have fun. I want you to come in and we just have fun. Okay. I don't want to have to think like, oh, can I not say this? Can I not say that? Because it's not who I am, right? The problem with that dynamic is that we could say some things that I'm like, that could be controversial.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, it's us.
Right. Okay.
You love us or you hate us. And that's not in a cocky sense at all. It's that if this is who we are, like we're not going to be like this on your wedding day. I'm not going to be like we're
going to be much better.
Professional, but also...
But if you want us to be like this, we'll be like this.
This is how we are. Like in a professional setting, it's not very different. It's just our personalities will come across in the sense that we hopefully make people feel comfortable and that you can, trust us.
Right.
Terrible for this setting.
Absolutely.
But it's like that's exactly how I want to come across is that this is who I am. And,
I love that.
I care a lot, and it's probably my biggest downfall.
You care a lot, but you're good at what you do. You need to, you know this. You're good at what you do. However, like the other day we went out and we did a photo shoot, and don't get Karina to look at photos of herself. She will throw up.
That was a big
interesting.
trigger for me. Yeah, it's funny. Yeah, probably the only photographer that can't. Well, not only, but It's a good thing though, I feel like, because I have a lot of empathy for people who are uncomfortable in front of my camera, because I couldn't even, honestly, I edited the photos and I was looking at them and I was so uncomfortable.
You were looking away from the photos.
Couldn't even look at myself to edit it.
So Karina and I basically, we went into the forest, took your kids, took my kid, Marlo, my little border collie, 1-year-old, beautiful little boy. And we went and took some photos. Great time. Great lighting. We actually got very lucky. It was raining, but then we made it work because we make it work every time. See, book us. Even if it rains, we'll make it work. And we get back to yours. We have some dinner. And then you're like, you know what? Let's just edit these photos now. And I was a little bit like, because I was saying to you, I thought you were doing a character. I was like, Karina, they're not bad at all. Like, this is great lighting. You look good. And you were literally like, I can't.
It's
and I was
a big
like, oh
issue
God,
for me.
Here's some trauma.
A lot of trauma. Not trauma. I can't even.
But I don't think you see what I see. Or
I don't think a lot of people see. I absolutely don't.
Yeah, I agree
because
with that.
I'm a very. When I say I'm a confident person, I'm confident in certain things. But when it comes to me and how I feel, I'm not confident in my appearance and that kind of thing.
Right.
So seeing myself 100% zoom, not
yeah, but
cool.
you did not need to do 100% zoom. So we're sitting there. She's editing these great photos. I mean, go to Cape Photography by Karina. Click on the About page. Great photo, right? But she's zoomed in 300%. She's got the spot removal tool. She's getting rid of wrinkles. I'm like, Karina, no one can see these wrinkles. You zoomed in at 300%.
That makes me sound so superficial.
No, but it's relatable. It's relatable. Because let's be honest.
If you edit your own photos, you got to get rid of your own wrinkles.
You understand. I mean, even when I was younger, I would use filters photos and things like that. I still do now, but
but I didn't do that for anyone else. That was for me because I felt so shit about every other aspect. I've got like 2 wrinkles in the middle of my forehead, and that's it.
And hey, I've got one hard one that, if you can see that on the camera, I've got one hard one that won't go away. It just like if I smile, it's still there. Yes. It's unbelievable. I need help from a doctor.
It's so dumb because everybody's got, well, not everyone, but people have wrinkles. Who cares?
This one is a pretty extraordinary one. I don't know what's going on. Like, it's almost like I'm angry constantly. I don't know what's happening.
It just looks like you've been.
Yeah,
maybe you got like hit in
I
the
fought.
head.
I actually. No. I did. I fought. There was like 2 kids being like almost got mauled by a lion,
it's a scar.
and I fought the lion
or
and
maybe
I killed it. No, it was
you got hit in the head, which would probably explain a lot of things.
No, it was the lion. It was the lion. I fought a lion and killed it.
And, yeah, right.
And the kids were safe. They got away safely. And that's how I got the scar.
There are 0 people in this world that would believe that.
Well, people are rude because that's the truth. And if you don't want to hear it, then leave.
So Brad fought a butterfly.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it was not a very comfortable experience for me. And even then, how many photos did I pick from? All of them from with me in it too.
Yeah.
And the funny thing is that what I say to my clients is that you basically you need to be in those photos. The kids don't give a shit how many wrinkles you have on your head.
Yeah.
They don't care. It's about them having those photos, which is exactly why I did it, because my kids are growing up and I wanted to do it before they got any bigger.
And they were great.
And they loved it. And those photos I look at,
they enjoyed the photo shoot.
Yeah, they were good.
They kept on wanting photos with Uncle Brad.
Of course. They got
Uncle Brad
with Uncle
now.
Brad. Yeah.
That's how long I've known you for.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. But
it's crazy.
Look, you got your
But
photo.
It's interesting that you related that to the whole wedding thing. It's like if that's how you feel when you take photos, or you have me take photos of you and you look at them and you're like, like imagine how many brides
absolutely.
look at their album when they get it, or their video, so to speak, and they go, I can't.
But that's why I think
What
it
is
makes
that?
me a better photographer, maybe not in a technical sense, but in a emotional, I guess. Like,
Right.
I get you. I understand how uncomfortable. So like if a bride's feeling a bit self-conscious or uncomfortable, then I very much can relate to that. And I will try as much as I can to make you comfortable.
Right. And how many contact forms do you get filled out where they write in the comment section, we're very like, I get them where they say we're not very camera, you know.
My fiance hates his photo taken.
Yeah, it's
I
always
can't
the groom.
stand it. Yeah.
So it's always, my husband hates the camera, but like we'll try to.
But we get it a lot at the end of a wedding. One of the biggest comments feedback I get is that, thank you, my husband now. hates photos, but he really enjoyed it.
Right. The
and
experience.
it wasn't what he thought it would be,
Yeah.
which is a big deal. Like, I love that.
That's a good segue into like talking about like people who are in the wedding industry, especially like, you know, photographers and videographers. Like the interesting thing is like to do wedding photography, it's a low cost in point, meaning for people who don't understand that, it's like it doesn't cost a lot of money to get into doing wedding photography. The problem is,
Doesn't it?
well, it does. I mean, you could do it under 10 grand.
Yeah.
That's a lot of money. That's a lot of money. Anyway, so it's, I mean, okay, whatever. But like, let's say, because video is a lot different. I've probably got $20,000 to $25,000 worth of equipment to do a wedding.
Oh, look,
video.
it's more in the sense of it is a. I know where you're going with this. Carry on, and then I'll.
It's like quality.
Yeah.
It's like a anyone can grab a camera and
you
a
can
lens.
start a photography business for $2,000 if you buy a shitty camera.
Right.
But there's all the things that come with it. So obviously,
but it's that comment at the end of the wedding is what most of us professionals and the people in the industry would know. You know, you get to the end of the wedding, and the best part, I think, of a wedding day is when at the end of the day you're about to walk up and say goodbye and thank them, and you know, I hope you had a good time, and we'll get back to you soon, and blah blah blah, and they give you a hug, and they're genuine when they're like, we had the best time. And it's like, oh, I did my job properly.
That's the best thing I can get from a wedding.
Yeah.
Not the money, nothing. If I've made someone's day, well, yeah, again, we're very different. Do like money to survive, but I do. If a bride is happy or the couple's happy and they've had fun and they relax, then can we talk about that?
Yeah. So I just looked at my phone. No, this sounds like I'm being rude to you.
Just fuck. I don't give a fuck.
21 minutes ago, you got a new match on Tinder. So Karina and I are heavily single. And we're on the dating apps. And the reason why we called...
I'm not on the dating apps.
Well, okay, let's stop lying. How about we stop lying, Karina? You might not be on them today, but tomorrow you'll be like, hey, Brad, I open it up and I can, you know, I hit the resume button on the dating apps. Let's be real. You said authenticity at the start of this podcast.
I know I'm being authentic. I fucking hate them.
So we all do. I think.
Anyway,
I don't think anyone likes the dating apps.
High five.
Hold on. I haven't opened it to see who it is yet. It could be atrocity.
Brutal.
No, I'm joking. I did that for laughs, and that sounded really rude. We're both single. We're both very different people.
But it works.
It works.
Very single, and yeah, we've both been single for a long time.
Well, the reason why I'm bringing this up is we're talking about the dynamic. We had dinner recently, just before
3 hours ago.
3 hours ago, and we're talking about the dynamic between us for a podcast. And we thinking we're gonna stay with the name.
Maybe.
What's it called?
Everything but weddings.
Everything but weddings.
Which makes no sense because we've already spoken about it. But
yeah,
we don't want.
But I want to.
Yeah.
But we don't want to just stick to the topic of weddings because that's not going to that's not going to tell you who we are as people because we're more than just our jobs. Well, that sounds good.
No, because we were talking.
We're more than just our jobs, Karina. How does that sound?
So, yeah, no, it's fascinating because we were talking about this before, is that our industry is literally, we get smashed with love in our face on a daily basis.
Yeah.
At weddings, editing, talking to couples, like that is our job.
Yeah.
But we have both been single for years.
Yeah. Well, not 2 years.
3. That's still years.
2.5 years for me. 3 years for you.
Yeah.
Really, in the grand scheme of things, it's not that long. And it's very interesting. I mean, it's very interesting being single and documenting weddings because some couple, like you, obviously we see many different couples, and not all couples that we film or photograph are under our company. We sometimes contract out to other companies, and when we do that, sometimes we see some couples where we go, you know what, I'm happy to be single. Let's be honest. If we're being authentic. Sometimes that happens. It's not a bad thing. I'm just saying some people want in a relationship is not what you want.
Correct.
Right?
Absolutely.
Did that sound horrific? Is my company going in the shitter now? It was true. Like some people just want different things.
They
do. Relationships are very interesting and marriage is interesting and it's a very
Well, I'm a hopeless romantic. You're probably the same, but you're probably looking for very different things to what I'm looking for now.
Oh, we're looking for completely different things.
Very different things.
Yeah.
Because we are our age gap is pretty big.
I'm looking to get married.
Have kids.
I want kids.
I've done all of that. And I don't want that to do that anymore. I'm not going to have any more kids,
but it makes sense.
It does make sense. So we're looking for very different things, which means dating is very different for us because the dating pool in your late 30s is very different to the dating pool in your 20s.
I've seen the photos.
Yeah, it's brutal.
It is.
But yeah, it's fascinating because I love and I am a soppy romantic and I love going to weddings and seeing people so happy and in love.
It is beautiful.
And then you go home and cry yourself to sleep, but that's okay.
But then the next day when you get up and you go for a hike wherever you want to go, whenever you want to go, it's like, you know what?
It's fine.
Life's good.
And this is the thing. There's so many benefits of being single.
By the way, I say that if an opportunity comes up where someone wants to go out on a date with me, please let me know. My name is Bradley Watson on all socials. Brad Watson TV on Instagram. Hit me up. Let's go. Jolly Joe.
Far out.
Yeah.
Do you want to check it?
No. Should we live on the pod?
Yeah, do it.
Let's have a look. I'll tell you yay or nay to this for the people just listening. I'm just opening up Tinder. We had a match. We got two matches.
I've Tinder. I don't do Tinder.
Oh, this is not bad.
Not bad.
How about you check it out? You tell the world. Ooh, interesting. And then
I would openly say
that's an interesting one.
This is potentially the best one I've seen for you.
Oh, there you go. Live on the pod. There you have it. Amazing stuff. Brad's getting married next week.
She's gorgeous.
Yeah. And I had a match last night.
Less than a kilometre away.
Oh, that's a good sign. I mean, probably not a good sign because I'm in Gawler.
I don't really know how.
That's funny.
Stop. No, that's good. I don't know how to use Tinder, but
let's get
what
you
do
off
do?
of that before you start clicking things.
Do you swipe right, or is Tinder the swipe right one?
Yeah, it's the swipe one. So it's more. I don't like the idea of Tinder. Like the idea of Tinder to me is very like hot or not.
Yeah, cool.
And I wouldn't classify myself as hot, but I got some brains.
I'm actually not sure what I just did. I don't think you should go for. Hang wait, no, the second one though.
Yeah, no. Okay, all right. Let's not show the cameras because these people might listen to this, and it could be a very bad thing for me.
Even though you just tagged yourself on all socials.
Anyway, I did. Yeah,
off topic.
No, but we want to talk about these things. These are things that we want to touch on. Like, what are some things? Like, that's what we want to touch on.
So we are not confessing that we have any experience, nor should you take any advice from us on relationships at all.
It's not an advice podcast.
This is generally just, I think we chat to each other about this all the time. And it's fascinating because if people heard our conversations, fuck.
Yeah.
It's a world out there, and it's more just like, this is our experience. I've got so much fucking content.
But you say, oh, if people heard our conversations. I think that's everyone's conversation. No, but that's
what I think.
But no one wants to be honest and like we're best friends. Yuck! I've never said that out loud.
Gross.
But
stop being so nice. It's weird.
We're close friends and we talk every day. And so our conversations are very open, honest, and this is just what's happening. I think a lot of people are like that. So when they hear podcasts, when people are talking about this stuff, and let us know, let us know. What's our Instagram at?
You said it.
Everything But Weddings. At Everything But Weddings.
We need to sort that out.
We do need to sort it out. But at Everything But Weddings. If what we're talking about is relatable, I'll do like a poll or something. Let us know, because this is the stuff that we're happy to talk about. It's the stuff we know about. It's the stuff we're actually
It's the stuff like that happens to me that I want to instantly ring you and be like, oh my God, this just happened. That's what I want to share because it's funny.
A few stories today, but let's not cover that on the first episode back because you guys might be like, whoa, they're wild. So we won't cover that. But a lot of people, I mean, I think what we talk about is fine. There's a little bit of hesitancy on my end because I don't want to say anything detrimental to our businesses, like, because we do run businesses, so it's kind of nerve-wracking for us to have a podcast, but we just gotta
we're being vulnerable,
and that's cool. I don't know, it feels vulnerable to be on this podcast because we're going to post it, it's going to go live. I'm not editing it.
No,
this is not getting edited.
As long as you can take the wrinkles off my face, then
that's not happening either. Okay. And eventually,
now everyone's gonna see the wrinkles.
they're looking right at this one here, right at my forehead. But eventually, I think it'll be cool. I mean, we've already had people ask us that we've shared a couple of clips that we've done recently, and people have already asked, "Oh, can we come on the podcast?" and things like that. Other people in the wedding industry and things like that. So that'll be fascinating. See where the dynamic of the show goes. God, we're calling it a show now. I've got a we got a this is a spare bedroom in my house. We call it the studio. We're thinking about getting
we've got to start small.
Yeah, we're gonna start small. We're thinking about getting a nice rug, maybe get a neon sign of the logo, whatever we're gonna call it.
I feel like
whatever.
everyone does that.
Yeah, good. Let's just join it.
Do I look like someone that does what everyone else does?
Well, if you want to be creative and create something new for us, go for it. But I've got no ideas.
You could do the tech side and I'll be the pretty side.
Yeah.
Anyway, this is a story for another day.
Yeah.
No, I think it's just, let's just be us.
Yeah, I like it.
If you like us, you like us. If you don't, you don't.
Yeah.
But please book us.
Should we wrap this? Was that good?
Yes, that was good.
Episode 1, high five. That was amazing. Everybody who's listening, please give us a 5-star rating on Apple Podcasts, Spotify Podcasts, and go follow us over at Everything But Weddings on Instagram. It's going to be Everything at Weddings on Facebook and TikTok. And anything else you want to say, Karina?
No.
That's a wrap. There you go. Episode 1 done. I'm happy. That was good.
That was good. Good job.
I enjoyed that.
We'll see you
Done.
soon.
Awesome.
Okay,
all right.
ciao.
See you, people. Bye.